On today's menu, we have my delicious steak, potatoes, and mushroom with a side of roasted asparagus and garlic bread done my way. So let's get started. Both burners set at 350. I have 3 cups of boiling water. I'm adding slices of baby small potatoes and I'm going to let that boil for 15 minutes. I'm adding a teaspoon of salt and I have a nice sized deep pan and I'm adding 4 teaspoons of olive oil. I have 1.5 pounds of chopped filet mignon, which is the steak that I prefer. So I'm going to saute this for about a good 10 to 12 minutes. Next, I will add 1 cup of yellow chopped sweet onions and also 1/3 cup of green chopped chived onions. This brings more flavor and I'm going to saute this until my onions are medium soft. Next, 4 sliced garlic cloves. This is optional and I am going to saute until softened as well. And this is about the 3 to 4 minutes at least. It smells so good up in here, you guys. This is going to be a delicious dish. Don't forget, our potatoes are supposed to boil no longer than 12 to 15 minutes. Next, I am adding 2 tablespoons of butter. This is a delicious ingredient to bring more flavor to our dish because we are adding potatoes, so we gotta have a little butter in there. Okay, next I'm adding 2 tablespoons of soy sauce and you want to mix that in very well. Next I will be adding 2 tablespoons of parsley flakes and 2 tablespoons of steak seasoning of your choice. Now some of you may have high blood pressure, so please keep your sodium intake very low when preparing this dish. Also, I'm going to saute this and make sure all of my ingredients are mixed very well. Our next ingredient is our delicious small white baby mushrooms. These are so delicious into this dish when you add steak and mushrooms together. My God. Next, I'm adding 1/2 cup of water and I am going to let this simmer for about a good 10 minutes. Okay, you guys, you want it to simmer. You want your mushrooms to get a little bit tender there before adding your next ingredients, which will be our potatoes. Smells so good. The aroma of the onions, the steak, and mushrooms. I'm going to cover this and let this simmer for like 10 minutes. Okay, and then I am going to check on it and I'm going to stir it. Look at all the juices and the flavor from the beef and the mushrooms. Next, I'm going to recover it and let it simmer 5 more minutes before I add my potatoes. So I am draining my potatoes, which I let cook for 12 minutes because I don't want them soft. So I am going to add them into my pot and I'm going to stir and mix this up very well. Now remember, we have the butter, we have the onions, we have our seasonings, our steak seasoning. We have all these different ingredients and I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of delicious A1 sauce. Now I cook with A1 sauce. I don't know if anybody else does. I just don't use it just to sprinkle on top of my steak once it's done. I love to cook with it also. So I'm going to taste a piece of my filet mignon and I'm telling you, it is so good, you guys. You gotta try this recipe. So I'm going to cover, let simmer for another 10 minutes and I'm going to stir and look how beautiful the colors are in this. Look at that. This is going to be a delicious dish and it smells so good, you guys. And as a side dish, I prepared my roasted asparagus with salt and pepper and my oven toasted garlic bread with olive oil and butter and parsley flakes sprinkled over on top. So this is going to be a delicious dish. So you guys, please don't forget to join me at Dining with Dessica on my YouTube channel. I have prepared a platter. I am going to add my delicious steak, potatoes, and mushroom dish. This is a delicious dish, you guys. You gotta try it. Next, I'm adding my delicious roasted asparagus, sprinkled with salt and pepper. It smells so good. And the aroma of the garlic bread, you guys. You gotta try this dish. It is so good. You know I gotta taste it. Mm, 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 mm. I'm gonna try this steak. If I can get this mushroom, look at that. And some potatoes. Mm, mm, mm. I'm telling you guys, you gotta try this dish. So, enough, enough. I want to slice into this asparagus. Oh, look at that. Nice and soft and roasted. And I just can't get enough of eating this, guys. And I'm going to also sop up some of this juice with my garlic bread. So you guys, please don't forget to join me at Dining with Dessica on my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. As always, love is love. Until next time, smooches.